gmna uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, Saratoga Springs. Tonight we're tracking a boil water advisory affecting parts of Ballston, while the air quality health advisory stays in place as wildfire smoke lingers. Traffic's clear and the new collective marketplace just opened on Broadway. Over to you, Diana.
Family Movie Friday returns to the Saratoga Springs Community Center on Saturday evening, featuring the animated film Adventure Paws starting at 7 o'clock, free admission for all ages.
The event offers complimentary popcorn and soda from local vendors, with additional snacks available for purchase, and limited parking in the adjacent lot on a first-come basis.
Volunteer hosts will guide families to their seats, while a crafts corner provides coloring stations and face painting for children throughout the screening.
Our evening lineup features many local highlights, but first, the news. Stay tuned as we bring you the latest updates throughout the hour. Good evening, Saratoga Springs. Health officials in Saratoga County have issued a boil water advisory for portions of the town of Ballston, and the order remains in effect today. The Saratoga County Department of Health announced the directive after testing revealed water quality concerns that could pose a health risk. Residents and visitors who rely on tap water in the affected neighborhoods are being told to bring water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute before drinking, cooking, or brushing teeth. Officials stress that the precaution is temporary while the source issue is investigated and corrected. Local schools and businesses in the advisory zone have been instructed to provide alternative water supplies until the department confirms safety. The department will issue updates as the investigation proceeds and urges anyone with questions to monitor official channels for the latest information.
Capital Region health officials have extended the air quality health advisory that began on July 16th, and it remains in effect today across portions of the Capital Region, including Saratoga County. Smoke drifting south from wildfires in Canada continues to push particulate levels above recommended thresholds, prompting the ongoing warning. Officials note that the haze is reducing visibility and irritating eyes, throats, and lungs. Residents who suffer from asthma, chronic bronchitis, or other respiratory conditions are urged to limit time spent outdoors and keep windows closed when possible. The advisory also cautions that children and older adults may experience heightened symptoms and should stay indoors during the heaviest smoke periods. The advisory will stay active until officials determine that air quality returns to safer levels. People are encouraged to monitor local air quality reports for updates as the situation evolves.
The Saratoga County Fair is set to open on July 21st at the fairgrounds in Ballston Spa, with the Saratoga County Agricultural Society unveiling a full lineup of rides, contests, and live shows. The 6-day event runs through July 26 and carries a patriotic theme in honor of America's 250th anniversary. Visitors can expect classic farm exhibits, horse-drawn tractor pulls, a corn shucking competition, and performances by regional bands, all framed by red, white, and blue decorations. Food vendors will feature hometown favorites alongside new culinary twists, while a fireworks finale is planned for the final night. The fair traditionally draws families from across the Capital Region and tourists seeking a taste of summer tradition, promising a busy week of agriculture-focused entertainment for the Spa City and surrounding communities.
Meteorologists say a line of thunderstorms is set to roll across the Northeast later today, sweeping away lingering wildfire smoke that has hung over the region. The storm system, moving in from the Atlantic, will bring gusty winds and brief downpours to the New Jersey area and surrounding states, helping to clear the haze before the World Cup final on Sunday. Experts note that the moisture and wind shear should lift particulates and improve visibility for residents hoping to enjoy outdoor festivities this weekend. The forecast calls for scattered showers and cooler temperatures after the storms move inland, with air quality expected to rebound to healthier levels by evening. Officials are monitoring conditions, but the outlook suggests clearer skies in time for the global match. Families planning picnics or beach outings are likely to find the air fresher as the clouds pass.
New York State Police announced yesterday they arrested 2 individuals and seized 500 pounds of cannabis following a pursuit along the Northway corridor through Warren and Saratoga counties. The chase began after troopers observed a vehicle traveling erratically near exit 32, prompting a pursuit that lasted 15 minutes before the suspects surrendered. Officers say the suspects were stopped after a coordinated traffic stop that began near Saratoga County line and continued northward. The haul, described as one of the larger seizures in the region this summer, was packaged in sealed bags indicating distribution intent and will be processed as evidence in ongoing trafficking investigations. Both suspects are being held on drug-related charges, and the Department of Environmental Conservation will oversee disposal of the seized material. The operation underscores the agency's continued focus on disrupting illegal drug networks and protecting local communities from the harms associated with illicit trafficking. Coming up, we'll explore the new collective marketplace on Broadway featuring 15+ local vendors, plus a quick weather update. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches, no middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. Let's dive into today's headlines, then we'll move to our local stories segment.
Ciao Bella Indoor Dog Park has turned its downtown space into the Collective, a new marketplace on Broadway that launched on July 16th. The shop floor now hosts 15+ local vendors ranging from handcrafted jewelry to artisanal foods, all arranged around the dog-friendly area where owners can let their pets roam while they browse. The concept blends retail and recreation, giving Saratoga Springs families a place to shop and socialize without needing to split their day. Downtown foot traffic has risen as visitors stop for a coffee, pick up a unique gift, then head to the dog park for a quick play break. The Collective's organizers say the goal is to support homegrown makers and create a shared experience for both people and pets, reinforcing Broadway's role as a vibrant community hub.
Saturday's release from the Department of Public Works details the upcoming leaf pickup schedule for the fall season and lays out the curbside rules homeowners need to follow. The weekly service will begin in early September and continue through the end of November, giving residents ample opportunity to clear their lawns before the first snow. The calendar lists specific dates when crews will swing through each neighborhood, giving residents a clear timeline for when their yards will be cleared. DPW officials remind everyone to have leaf bags positioned at the curb before the appointed collection time and to keep the curb free of other debris that could impede the trucks. The department says adhering to these guidelines helps ensure a smooth, timely service for all streets. With the autumn foliage already beginning to accumulate, the new timetable gives Saratoga Springs families a heads up so they can plan their weekend chores accordingly.
Winner's Circle 518 has turned a simple idea into a steady pulse for the town. Founded by Alec Lind, Chris Serafini, and Gordy Adams, the club now runs weekly jogs through the Saratoga Springs trails, group workouts at the local gym, and monthly socials at downtown cafes. Since its launch earlier this year, members say the gatherings have become a reliable way to catch up with friends from high school alumni groups while getting a solid sweat. The trio designed the schedule to fit busy lives, offering sunrise runs on Tuesdays, evening strength classes on Thursdays, and a casual brunch meetup the first Saturday of each month. Organizers report steady growth with dozens of new participants signing up each week, and the program remains active throughout the summer, encouraging residents to stay fit and connected.
The Saratoga Springs Recreation Center will host the 17th annual charity basketball game on August 5th at 7 p.m. partnering with the New York Racetrack Chaplaincy and the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund. The event brings together local basketball fans and racing families for a night of friendly competition. Players from the chaplaincy staff, jockeys, and community volunteers will face off on the court, with all proceeds earmarked for chaplaincy programs and assistance to jockeys living with permanent disabilities. Organizers say the game has become a staple of the summer sports calendar, offering a fun way for residents to support racing families while enjoying a classic community match. Tickets are available at the Recreation Center and online, and the fundraiser aims to generate vital resources for those who keep Saratoga's racing heritage thriving.
Tonight, the Saratoga Jewish Cultural Festival invites viewers to a virtual panel that will dive into the documentary Imaginary Witness, Hollywood and the Holocaust. The discussion, scheduled for August 7th at 7 p.m., will be streamed online, allowing anyone with an internet connection to join from home. Festival organizers say the program aims to examine how Hollywood has depicted the Holocaust over the decades, offering historians and film scholars a chance to unpack both artistic choices and historical accuracy. Participants can expect clips from the film, followed by a question and answer segment that encourages audience interaction through chat. The conversation will be steered by Dr. Elaine Mayer, a film studies professor at SUNY Saratoga, who will guide the dialogue and field audience questions. The event is part of the festival's broader educational lineup, which seeks to bring cultural insight to the Saratoga Springs community while honoring memory through thoughtful conversation.
Now let's turn to the forecast and see what tonight's skies have in store for us.
A deepening trough and southwest jet surge are loading the plains, setting up tonight's lingering rain over Saratoga. On this date, the all-time high reached 88 degrees in 2020, a blistering spike that rode the tail of a regional heat wave. The record low fell to 57 degrees in 2014, when an Arctic dip punched through the Midwest and left the Hudson Valley shivering. Normal July highs hover around 81 degrees with lows near 60, so today's 73 high feels modest. The contrast highlights how the current unsettled pattern is far from the extremes that have marked this calendar day. The radar screen shows a band of moderate rain sweeping eastward across the Capital District. Echoes of the heaviest core sit just west of the city, lingering from the 5 o'clock peak. With the southwest jet pushing the system at about 76 miles per hour, the rain will drift across Saratoga Springs over the next 30 minutes and clear by 8 o'clock. Behind it, drier air is already spilling in, leaving a quiet, overcast canvas. At 6 p.m. the city sits under a thick cloud veil, temperature 64 degrees, humidity 95%, and a dead calm north wind. Light rain is still falling, a lingering echo of the afternoon pulse. Behind the scenes, a low-pressure trough is sliding east, and the pressure is falling, signaling that the system is still active. A powerful southwest jet at roughly 76 miles per hour rides over the region, steering the moisture and keeping the atmosphere unstable. As the trough moves offshore, the rain will taper off within the hour, and the sky will stay overcast through the night. The ultraviolet index sits at 3, and a brief southerly gust of 9 miles per hour may brush the surface. No watches or warnings are in effect. With the front exiting, we now turn to the 5-day outlook. Looking ahead, tomorrow brings a bright Sunday with a high of 77 degrees and a low of 55, the sky staying clear from sunrise to sunset. Monday's high climbs to 79 while clouds thicken, keeping the afternoon overcast and the low steady at 55. Tuesday turns cooler, high 73 and low 61, and a modest rain band offers a 55% chance of showers by late afternoon. Wednesday rebounds to a warm 79 peak, low 54, but lingering moisture gives a 50% chance of a stray shower despite mostly clear skies. Thursday caps the workweek with a pleasant 75 high and 54 low under a firm clear dome. The pattern shows a subtle waver between mild warmth and brief rain, driven by the same southwest jet that is now lifting out of the region. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Up next, traffic's clear. Viva Empanadas opens its spot, and we'll preview tonight's Bark, Brew and Tattoo and Family movie. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Diana Hartwell, all clear on the roads this afternoon. I-87 northbound through the city is flowing freely, and US 9 downtown shows no slowdown. Route 50 east of town remains open, and the Saratoga Springs Lake George connector is moving at a steady pace. With no accidents or construction reported, commuters can expect a smooth ride for now. Looking ahead, the afternoon rush typically builds around 4 o'clock as schools let out and shoppers head to the downtown district. Expect a modest increase on the downtown loop and on the exit ramps from 87 near the Outlet Mall. Keep an eye on the Saratoga County line where traffic can thicken as drivers merge onto the interstate. Transit is running on schedule, with the Capital District Transportation Authority buses holding their regular intervals. No delays have been noted on the commuter rail either. So for the next couple of hours, the network is operating normally and you're good to go.
Today's biggest draw is the FIFA World Cup 26 viewing party under the Backyard Festival tent at the Saratoga Racecourse, where the big screen will roll the latest matches and fans can test their skills at the inflatable soccer shootout. If tattoos and craft brews are more your scene, head to the city center on Broadway for Bark Brew and Tattoo, a fundraiser that mixes professional ink, local breweries, small business vendors, and live music all afternoon. Families looking for a relaxed start can swing by the public library for a free showing of Dogman, complete with snacks and coloring stations for the kids. And as the sun sets, the Saratoga Casino Hotel rolls out Sunset Saturdays, offering live harness racing, food trucks, and themed family fun. Keep an eye on the calendar. The Saratoga County Fair kicks off next week, promising rides, music, and classic fair fare for the whole town. And now here's James with sports.
Here's your midsummer sports roundup, from the track to the high school fields. The Saratoga Racecourse featured the G.I. Duncan Diana and the GIII Coronation Cup on Saturday, delivering solid fields and competitive finishes. Results are now posted, highlighting strong performances across the board, according to the Saratogan. The Saratoga Springs High School Blue Streaks are seeing success across multiple programs, with lacrosse, softball, and football each posting strong outings this summer. Coaches cite depth and community support as key factors, the Daily Gazette reports. The Blue Streaks boys lacrosse squad opened the 2026 campaign with a 5-10 record, showing measurable improvement over last season's output. The Daily Gazette notes tighter defense and faster transition as contributors to the progress. Quarterback Toomey from Saratoga Springs has drawn scholarship interest from two Power 5 programs, the University of Alabama and Penn State, as reported by the Daily Gazette. The offers underscore his rising profile heading into the senior season. The Saratoga Springs softball team fell to Lancaster by a 17-2 margin in the Class AAA state semifinal on Friday, according to the Daily Gazette. The loss ends their tournament run, though the squad earned praise for its offensive effort earlier in the season. The official Saratoga racetrack calendar confirms that the weekend of July 16th through 19th will host the G.I. Duncan Diana, the GIII Coronation Cup, and several other stakes contests. Fans can mark their calendars for these premier summer events, the track's website states.
Viva Empanadas is planting its third Saratoga Springs home at 26 Congress Street inside Congress Plaza. The beloved Latin street food vendor, famous for hand-folded empanadas, is rolling out a modern kitchen and a breezy outdoor patio on July 22, 2026. The new menu expands to include vegan-friendly fillings, answering the growing demand for diverse, affordable downtown dining. By adding another spot in the heart of Congress Plaza, Viva Empanadas brings more foot traffic and late-night options to a neighborhood that thrives on vibrant, walkable streets. It's a reminder that the flavors of our community keep evolving, and that's exactly what makes Saratoga Springs feel like home. I can't wait to stop by and try a bite. And later, we'll celebrate Viva Empanadas as they launch their third Saratoga Springs location, bringing fresh flavor and community spirit. Stay tuned.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Here at Airway Meadows, the woman-owned golf course just outside town, the Saratoga County Chamber's Women in Business Group has turned a sunny Sunday afternoon into a celebration of community and ambition. A handful of local entrepreneurs arrived in bright polo shirts, their clubs tucked into the back of vintage hatchbacks, and gathered under the shade of towering pines while the scent of fresh-cut grass drifted on the breeze. After a relaxed networking hour that began at 4 p.m., the group teed off on the first fairway, laughing as a rookie's drive landed in a sand trap only to be rescued by a friendly chorus of "You've got this." The moment that lingered most was when a seasoned restaurateur and a young tech founder shared a quiet pause on the ninth green, swapping stories of early setbacks and future dreams as the sun painted the horizon in amber. By the time the final putt rolled home, new partnerships had been sketched, mentorships offered, and confidence renewed. It's moments like these that remind us why Saratoga feels like home.
At the bright, sun-dappled courtyard of Saratoga Arts, a chorus of giggles and rustling costumes fills the air as iTheater Saratoga welcomes its newest summer youth theater camp. Children 10 and up arrive each weekday, backpacks slung over one shoulder, eyes sparkling with the promise of a stage they've only imagined. By 10:30 a.m., the rehearsal space transforms into a kaleidoscope of imagination, actors of all ages gathering around a weathered wooden prop trunk, its surface etched with the names of past productions, while a seasoned director guides them through scenes that tackle friendship, bravery, and community. One vivid moment captures the spirit of the camp. A shy seventh grader, clutching a script about standing up for a friend, steps into the spotlight for the first time. As the lights dim and the audience of peers leans in, her voice steadies and a ripple of applause erupts, echoing through the hall and spilling onto the courtyard. That instant when confidence blossoms on stage reminds everyone why the arts matter. The camp will run through the summer, offering weekday rehearsals until 3:30 p.m. and promises a season of storytelling that will linger long after the final curtain falls.
Thanks for watching Saratoga Springs. Today's look at the wildfire smoke clearing with the approaching thunderstorms gave us hope for a fresh breeze before the World Cup final. Stay tuned tomorrow for more local news and stories that matter to you. I'm Marcus Dunfield, the local Sunset. See you then.